What's up, guys? Welcome back to All Wings Everything. I am your cook, Spinelli. Yes, I am the self-proclaimed wing king. And go ahead, say it with me. The prince, ruler of all lemon pepper wings. Now, if you want to learn how to make the best lemon pepper wings on the planet, click that link above, man. I'm going to show you guys how to make the best lemon pepper wing on the planet. So respect the lemon pepper. All right? Y'all got to respect the lemon pepper. Now, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make fried jerk chicken. I know we're used to jerk chicken being on the grill or in the oven, but this time, guys, we're going to do it fried. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It is delicious. If you never had it, you need to pay attention. So I hope you're in your kitchen. I'm already in mine, so let's go. All right, guys, so here are the ingredients we're going to use for today's recipe. So let me tell you what we have. I know it does look like a lot, but most of this is going to go into the marinade of the chicken. So it's going to go real fast. So what I have here, I have some fresh oregano. I have fresh thyme, some brown sugar. You can use light brown sugar or dark brown sugar, sweet paprika, some honey, white pepper. We have some nutmeg, fresh ginger, some black pepper. We have some buttermilk, peanut oil, soy sauce, a habanero pepper, 1 egg, lime, 1 onion, allspice. We have some cornmeal, baking powder, minced garlic, and right here we have our wings here. So I had some wings that was left over, so I'm gonna use those right there. So guys, I know it looks like a lot, but trust me, watch how this recipe works out. I'll see you guys in a bit, so let's get started. All right, so I've already cut and cleaned our chicken and measured out our ingredients. So before I get started, I want to let you know, guys, know that I did leave out the flour. So we are going to use flour to fry the chicken along with the cornmeal. So I don't have, these are not the measurements for that right here. These are the measurements for the marinade. So I'll get to that later. So let me tell you what I have here. Of course, we have our chicken right here. I've already cut and cleaned it. Right here, I have 2 limes, juiced and zest in here. I have a cup of buttermilk. I have half of an onion here, chopped very finely. You want to chop it very finely. I have 1 tablespoon of honey. I have 1 tablespoon of nutmeg. I have 1 egg. I have a tablespoon of minced garlic. I have 1 habanero pepper chopped. I have 2 tablespoons of thyme, 2 tablespoons of chopped ginger. I have 1 teaspoon of allspice. I have 1 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of white pepper, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a tablespoon of sweet paprika, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So these are the ingredients we're going to use for the marinade. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so now what we're going to do is prepare our marinade. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our buttermilk right there. Let's add our egg right here. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and just kind of whisk the egg in the buttermilk real quick. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Let's add our lime juice with our lime zest. Add our onions, habaneros, thyme, ginger, garlic, brown sugar, sweet paprika, allspice, soy sauce, white pepper, nutmeg, oregano, and lastly, we're gonna add our honey. So guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and give this bad baby a good mix. That smells good too. All right, so that's what we have right here. Take a look at that. So now we're going to bring in our chicken. We're gonna pour this over our chicken. Make sure you take the air out. Make sure those bad babies are in there, marinating like that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this sit for 4 hours. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna drop it in the fryer, all right? See you guys in the next step in 4 hours. All right, guys, so now we're going to prepare our flour Now, even though our chicken is still marinating for the 4 hours, we can go ahead and prepare this in advance. So what I have here, I have a cup of flour, 4 tablespoons of corn flour. I have a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of pepper, and a teaspoon of salt. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and add it. No particular order. And our kosher salt. And what I'm gonna do is just give this a mix like this. Now what I'm gonna do is take a top, cover it up, and now we're all ready for once the chicken pieces are done. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so now it has been 4 hours since we marinated the chicken. So let's take a look at it right here. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to, again, when we prepared our flour, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken pieces out of here, shake as much of the excess marinade off of it, and then I'm gonna sit it here in our flour. And we're just gonna roll these pieces in our flour mixture. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna do a little shake and bake with this. This makes it easier. You know you're getting it coated like that. I'm gonna sit it here on the rack, shake all the excess flour off of it, and we're going to do the remaining pieces this way. So, all right, guys, so here is what we have right now. Our chicken all floured up, battered up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stick it in the refrigerator for another 30 minutes. And what this is gonna do is gonna help dry it out. That way we get that extra crisp for this chicken. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, so it's been 30 minutes. I pulled our chicken pieces out. I'll just let you take a look at them. They were in the refrigerator for 30 minutes to dry it out. And now what we're gonna do is add them to our basket. Now we did this so they could be, we get them extra crispy like we want them. That's exactly how I know, that's how I like my chicken. I like my chicken to be extra crispy. And of course, guys, we don't wanna, we don't wanna overcrowd the basket. I can probably get about 8 pieces in here probably. All right, so our temperature is up to 375 degrees. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and drop these bad babies on down. We're gonna let them cook for about 8 to 12 minutes. Just depends on how hot your grease is, but we're just gonna keep an eye on it as you know that as your chicken starts to float to the top, then we know that it's becoming to the point where it's finished cooking. So let's go ahead, drop them. And remember, we don't want to move our chicken around during the first 45 seconds to a minute. We don't want to disturb it while it's cooking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on it. See you guys in a bit. All right, guys, look what we have here. Look at those crispy wings there. Take a look at that. Gonna let this oil drain off of them a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and remove them, stick them here on a cooling rack while we prepare our second batch. All right, guys, so here's our second batch. We're gonna drop it down. I let those first batch sit in there for 10 minutes, so I'm gonna do the same for this. We're gonna let it cook for 10 minutes. All right, so I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so here is our second batch. It's done. Let's take a look at that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get them transferred over to our cooling rack, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, so this is what we have right here. Look what we got right here. Guys, don't mind that some of them are dark, but you gotta realize that the reason why is because of the seasoning blend that was on the, that was in the marinade. So it's not that they're burnt, because they're far from burnt, guys. Trust me, they're far from burnt. They were cooked at the right time, at the right temperature, but that's the way it's supposed to look. So don't get alarmed when you see that when you're cooking. just make sure you keep it in there at the correct amount of time. That way you're not eating raw chicken. So let me get these things plated up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, before I plate these bad babies up, I'm fixing to give you guys a pro tip of what I'm going to do. I took about 1/4 of a cup of that hot oil that we just fried our chicken in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make about a 1/2 teaspoon, a tablespoon of some jerk seasoning. See what I just did there? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to infuse it with this oil like that. Give it a good whisk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our chicken pieces back over here. And guess what I'm going to do? You already know. I'm going to take this infused oil with this jerk seasoning, and we're going to brush our chicken pieces with that. Just like that. Man, tell me that's not a good pro tip for you. And don't be complaining about the grease, man. You just deep fried it, so don't worry about the grease. All right, that's gonna give it some of that extra flavor. Now, I'll be right back after I get these babies plated up. And there you have it, guys. Deep fried jerk chicken. Take a look at that. Look at the crispiness of this right here. Look at that, listen to it. Guys, let me know what you think about this recipe. This recipe was recommended from a subscriber. I can't even remember his name, but he asked me to make some fried jerk chicken, and there you have it, right there. Guys, this looks delicious. I can't wait to bite into it. I know it's gonna be delicious. So now, if you need the ingredients and the measurements, it's all in the video description below, so go ahead, take a look at it. Also, if you need any items, I did link them in the video description below. That way you can order them from Amazon, and they'll get to your house in a minimum of 2 days if you got Prime. So, guys, also, if you need some of that All Wings Everything merch, you already know where to find it. It's right under this video. Also, if you see that applaud button under my video, click that applaud button and show me how much you appreciate Spinelli in this video. And guys, before I get out of here, you know I'm going to taste it for you because I know that's what you guys are wanting. And I'm seeing this bad baby right there. Look at that bad baby there. All right, let's see what he's talking about. Man, bad baby crispy. This is good. All right, guys. Until then, I'm your cook, Spinelli. All Wings Everything. And always respect the lemon pepper. And I'm out. Peace.